Hello, everyone. I don't know whether you remember the incidents that happened, whether it's a few days ago or last week, where the former governor of Edo State, who is currently the senator of Edo North, came out well, we was talking about the wife of the current governor of Edo State, who happened to be is it protege they call it. He was godfather to he brought him to become governor and all of that. I remember when Obaseki was campaigning, he first campaigned, it was Adam Oshiomhole that was talking all throughout. I even had to do tweet to say, is it Adam Oshiomhole that wants to be governor, or is it Obaseki? But anyway, as usual, Nigerian politics, they fell out, they became bitter, acrimony and all of that. But so I think so last week it was, or something, yeah, something there about, since today is Sunday, definitely last week. Adams Oshiomhole came to say a very heinous thing about Mrs. Obaseki and himself, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, and that was to say that they were childless, and that they they don't have love for children. They didn't adopt. I mean, this is their family business. It's not supposed to be anybody's business. It was something that many people didn't know about. It was closed. But for Adam to come out to say that, and the Adam himself did say that the Mrs. Obaseki had taken a jab at the other candidates. I think it was that they don't have wives. I mean, we are talking about politics. We are talking about policies. Why should issue of who has wife, who has children, who doesn't have children, come in? But in spite of whatever it is that she had said earlier, that when she talked about they not have, she didn't talk to Adam Oshiomhole, she didn't call his name, it wasn't him. Why couldn't he allow the other, candidates, to respond? But of course, trust Adam Oshiomhole. He's the one that we carry it on his head. According to our people, they say Obudugbe, the one that say that he get chest, anything he will put his hands into. But just listen to what Adam Oshiomhole had said.
I was shocked yesterday to see Mrs. Obaseki, the first lady, saying that our candidate has no wife. She is the most, I'm sorry that she had to say that, because here is a woman who has no child. Between him and Obaseki, they have no child, they are childless. They are even not ready to adopt. I mean, I don't blame anybody who don't have a child. But people who have love for children, they go to motherless home and adopt children. They have not adopted. They are both in their 60s. So you married with, I don't know whether it's a contract or whatever it is, but they have no child. Now, our candidate not only have children, he has invested in the education of those children such that you watch them on live television, covered by your media stations, where the first one that spoke is a lawyer, the second one is a medical doctor, and they address the crowd in Edo South, in Edo Central, in Edo North, and their mother was there.
Yes, that's what we see. Unfortunately, so that was what he had said, and then there's a response that is out here that has been reported that came from Mrs. Betsy Obaseki, where she was. I saw one of the headline where she was saying, "I'm not barren."
In addition to what I just told you about seeking God's face, the seeking God's purpose, and finding fulfillment therein, I would say to you, those of you sisters who, like myself, had conceived and had miscarriages, I would also say to you, sisters, who again, like myself, had painful evacuations of our babies who had died in our wombs. I had suffered one such misfortune. I would also like to say to you out there, who had conceived and birthed babies who died perhaps at birth or at different stages in life, who, all of you, including ourselves, who had conceived, miscarried, had evacuations, who, as we speak today, do not have children to show for the trauma and the pain that we've experienced in life. My word to you, word of comfort to you, as I say to myself, you are not barren, okay? You are not Barren. So don't be hurt if anyone calls you that, or anyone calls a fellow woman that. You are not barren. I dare to call you fruitful. And I said to you, like I said to myself, you and I, we are potential, budding, prospective, proud mothers of lively children. The children will come in God's time.
That's it. For me, it was even to add that whether somebody has ever been pregnant or never been pregnant, it's not a measurement of anything. I mean, there's nobody who got pregnant and it was by their own design that they did it, that they knew how the whatever came. You became. So if you have it, why will you mock anyone? The Adams Oshiomhole, doesn't he have a lot of things, even when it comes to parenthood or whatever, that he will be mocked about? To come out and call someone like that, it's so heinous. It's something that is so disgusting, honestly, that the politics has come down to this level. And I think they need to do better. Most times it's all of these politicians who have nothing to give that continue to fuel the air with all of this nonsense, so that people are focused on these things rather than the great questions that need to be asked. The issue of policies, the issue of governance, the issue of what it is that is going to be done, at home. Dele Momodu had something to say. I mean, the statement is so disappointing, and honestly, and Dele Momodu did this response to Adams Oshiomhole. He said, "My very dear Egbon, Comrade Adams, sir, I have watched this video endlessly, and to say I'm shocked and mortified at how low you sank is to put it mildly. I pray you find the courage to apologize publicly for this horrendous tantrum. It is never a crime to be childless. You could easily have said your candidate has a wife and children, leave it there. But you went too far in this diatribe. Is it more than politics?" I would say it's more than politics, because the bitterness that is coming from that camp, all of them, even the Obaseki himself, the way he has treated his former deputy governor, whom he has removed, that was one person. Without that person, I don't think Obaseki would have won a second term. That person went against Adams Oshiomhole to be with him. At the end of the day, the sharpness, even when he gave hands to Obaseki to shake, he refused to. I don't know if I'm talking about Felicia Abu and Obaseki's, whole saga. I don't know what this is all about. I mean, for what? For power? Power is supposed to be, being in office is supposed to be about service, humility, love. You understand? Not this strife, not this anger, not this fighting. When there's fighting, there's no growth and development. Edo State is just where it is, stagnant. As when you see other states talking, you just see that you can't even talk as an Edo person. Yes, you can't. Our people are suffering, and then the people that have opportunity of position to better the people's lives, to change the direction of the people, they are busy fighting some horrendous, fights. Evil kind of fights. I don't just understand it. But at the end of the day, I'm going to end with this. So to everyone, this thing that people do, you're abusing people who don't have children. It's really unfair and it's really bad. There's nobody, none of us made children. None of us are the ones that have the capacity to do it ourselves. It came. The same action that you did to get a child is the same action that the other person did and didn't get a child. That doesn't make you better than that person. And everyone have their own battle that they are facing. And please, let's stop all of this thing. Let's stop, whether you are in-law, whether you are relative, or whatever, stop bullying people who have not, especially women who have not given, but you don't know their story, you don't know what they have gone through. Even if you know or you don't know, they are human and they deserve respect from everyone. We should stop all of this behavior. Honestly, we really should stop all of this behavior. As from Adams Oshiomhole, I don't have any words other than to say to him, he really should be ashamed of himself. He is supposed to be a father and a grandfather. Like someone had said to Adams Oshiomhole, you're supposed to be at that place like elder statesmen, where the elder statesmen and women are. But unfortunately, Adams Oshiomhole is the one that wants to dance everywhere, abuse everyone, do all sorts of things. Whatever it is that is troubling him, may he find deliverance. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.